Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost, and on this channel we're talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And this video is about how to respond, right, to a narcissist, or anyone really, gaslighting you, right? Let's look at gaslighting. Gaslighting happens when someone is dismissing your sense of reality, dismissing you, invalidating your feelings, and fundamentally distorting the truth, right? Why do narcissists gaslight you? Because you give them an enormous amount of energy and they siphon your energy when you are in confusion, when you're trying to get heard, when you're trying to justify yourself, right? When you're trying to get them to see the truth. So narcissists don't actually care about the truth. They care about keeping you in the cycle, keeping you confused, keeping you trying harder to get through to them, right? They actually enjoy this part of their game. Yeah. So what tends to happen, and I made a video, my last video was on narcissistic abuse amnesia, is we start doubting ourselves, doubting the truth, being, because we often look to other people to get their opinion on what happened, right? And so we start adopting the narcissist view of the truth. We start believing their lies, right? So how do you respond to this? First of all, right, keep in your body, keep your energy in your body, and be like, because narcissists try and get you in your head. They try and get you fighting, validating, justifying, right? That's how they get you on the hook energetically. So stay in your body and just just really feel into what's true, what's really going on. Is this person that you're dealing with seeking resolution, seeking understanding, seeking harmony? Or are they just kind of keeping you on the merry-go-round of never resolving a topic? See, narcissists are not interested in resolution. What we want is understanding, resolution, both people to be heard. If you're being invalidated, if your feelings are being dismissed, this is a major red flag, right? Narcissists will often say, well, you're just too sensitive. If you try and make them, they don't like taking accountability or responsibility for anything. So if you try and make them accountable, they'll say it's not how it happened, or I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, completely dismissing how you feel, right? So how you feel matters. You've got to know this in every sense of your being. And if you're too numbed out, because we get conditioned not to be aware of how we're really feeling, right? How something's actually affecting us, right? Then you've got to practice coming into your body more. So just simple things like rubbing your arms and just being aware of dropping your energy down from your head into your body so you can start being available for how something's making you feel is really important. People that invalidate your feelings, call you crazy, call you too sensitive, say it didn't happen like that, right? They're eroding you, right? Because they want to manipulate you. They're manipulating your sense of reality. So really check in with yourself. How did you see it? What was it like from your point of view when you're thinking about an experience? How do you deal with this behavior? The first thing I teach everyone is diffuse the energy. Don't escalate the energy, right? You want to be looking to diffuse it. So you're not in this, in the fight, in the mud with the pig, as people talk about, swimming around. You want to get out of that and use diffusing statements. Now, I have got a free PDF, which is like 10 strategies, things to bear in mind. It's a good checklist for you to keep, right? It's completely free. Just subscribe to my mailing list and you'll get that PDF. And that gives you 10 ways, communication strategies for dealing with these types of people. But the thing to know is diffuse, don't escalate, right? What we tend to do is keep justifying ourselves, keep wanting them to see the truth. The narcissist is not interested in the truth. Remember this. They just want to keep you on the hook. They want to keep you in the cycle. They want to keep you in the fighting to be heard, right? You've really got to drop down and you can say to them, are you looking to resolve this? Right? Because the narcissist wants you to see it their way. You're not, that's how they manipulate you. They don't want to validate your feelings. So diffuse it. What could that look like? It looks like not needing to be right? When you're with a toxic person. Yeah, they don't care about the truth. They care about keeping you on the hook. So that could just be that's just not the way I see it. And silence, leave it there. Yeah, stop trying to validate, justify yourself. That's not how I remember it. Yeah, If you're if they're telling you that you basically shouldn't feel the way you feel, then you can say, well, this is just the way I feel. Yeah. Diffuse it, but don't let go of your truth. You haven't got to get them to see your truth. And if you're prepared not to fight to be right, and you're prepared just to let them have their point of view, that's another great statement. You're entitled to your point of view. Yeah, that's not the way I see it, but you're entitled to think what you want. If you can leave it there, right, that just, you diffuse the energy, and that they won't often bite back on that. Just don't keep giving them the things to bite on. So one of the traumas that comes from constant gaslighting, manipulation, is what I call an injustice trauma, right? Because we've suffered such unjust ways of being treated, we get a trauma around injustice, right? Around people not seeing the truth. We tend to be truth speakers, truth seers, right? Especially as empaths, if you're highly empathetic. But the narcissist, you've really got to remember this, doesn't care about the truth. They care about keeping you on the energetic hook, keeping you in the cycle, keeping you in the merry-go-round, keeping you validating, justifying yourself, right? You shouldn't have to justify much, right, to the right people, right? How I feel is how I feel. I haven't got to justify or apologize for that, right? The point of communication is when you're in healthy relationships, helping people understand how we feel so that we can actually build bridges and we can build strong, healthy relationships where people are aware of our feelings. But with a narcissist, they're going to exploit your feelings. They're going to try and make you jealous, try and keep you in lower energies, in fear, obligation and guilt. I have a whole section on that in my program, Sovereign, Getting Out of the Fog, fear, obligation and guilt. Right, but a big part of this is knowing that if you're constantly trying to justify and validate yourself, this is a very unhealthy relationship, because in healthy relationships, people have time to care about how you feel, and how you feel matters. So you've got to be number one in this, in terms of having your own back. You've got to care about how you feel. So many of us have learned to be chronic people pleasers and put our feelings, last, but that doesn't form a healthy relationship, right? And people basically learn how to treat you by how we treat ourselves. So if you're allowing yourself to be, I'm not saying you've got any choice if you're with a narcissist, but if you're allowing yourself to be constantly eroded, to be constantly beaten down, invalidated, right? I will never, I said this in a video a long time ago, allow my sense of reality to be distorted again, ever. Yeah? I forgive, but I don't forget. And I will never let anyone talk me out of how I felt about something and what happened from my perspective. But I don't need the whole world to see it my way. And that's what we've got to do to be strong, right? Telling someone you're entitled to how you feel, but that's not how I see it. It means I don't let go of my truth, but I'm letting you have yours. Yeah? I don't feel that way about it, but I understand where you're coming from. That's another one. Diffuses it. If you want to get that PDF, do subscribe to my mailing list. The link's in the description. Looking to diffuse, not escalate. Think back of situations that have escalated and how much we try and fight to be right. We fight to be right, right? But there's no need to fight to be right. Let people have their opinions, you have yours. But don't let go of yours. Don't sacrifice your sense of reality for someone else's truth, right? Feel what's true for you. That's the point of power. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for being here. Please keep liking, subscribing and sharing. Lots of love, guys. I'll speak to you soon.